Whispers. It's your back porch commentators coming to you from somewhere in Missouri, where a firm handshake means more than your signature, and a cold drink can help solve almost any problem. That's what we're planning to do here, bring you along on our journey to the answers to life's questions. You'll get a few facts and a lot of opinions, but remember, we're probably intoxicated and definitely full of shit. So pull up a chair and settle in while we explore some of those most thought-provoking questions, like why is a man bun a thing?
Chastity, an ironic name for a girl that is not happy. Yeah. Go! Terry Bradshaw, touchdown! I just want to fuck a girl that's so easy. Terry Bradshaw runs in at the end.
That would be perfect. A song that you need to listen to. I'll go ahead and send it to you. You remember Ray Scott?
Yeah.
He had some good stuff. But I had forgot about him, and then I was listening to just, the random playlist, on the way down here. And one of his songs came on. It was, something about, I'm not always thirsty when I drink.
God, that sounds familiar.
Ain't always thirsty. Oh, you're gonna like this one. This is, I listened to this and I was like, this feels like Brent. Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You said it, I was like, I want it. I'd make a hell of a secretary.
Last night I passed out with my boots on. Oh, it's cold. Only bed that I've made. 'Cause I ain't always in love when I make love.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes I don't feel a thing. And I ain't often hurt when I medicate. I ain't always thirsty when I drink.
That's good.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No,
You gotta search for it.
It ain't like I
2014.
this morning.
That's what his newer ones.
Yeah.
I'd be drunk by noon. Pouring my heart out to a stranger. Know about the reason that I ain't still with you. I ain't always in love when I make love. Sometimes I don't feel a thing. I ain't often hurt when I'm medicated. I ain't always thirsty when I drink.
I mean, like Yep.
He's good, man.
Too bad the guys that actually feel the music half the time don't ever get on air.
Yeah.
Not like Luke Bryan.
Yeah. And
He got a couple
even
good
worse,
songs
right.
that I like they're catchy. You appreciate them for what they
I
are.
won't necessarily change the station.
Right. It makes you fun, but there's not ones that like gets in there, you know.
But there's one group
Uh-huh.
that I can't listen to.
Rascal
Anything.
Flats.
No.
I can't
Not
listen to
even
them.
Florida Georgia Line. Those nasally fucking. It's not good nasally voices.
No.
It's like
it's not like Waylon
whiny
or
fucking
Willie
douchebag
nasally.
nasally.
Yeah.
It's like,
Your name's Kyle, and you just got out of the teak frat house, didn't
yeah. Mixtape with little Hank, little Drake. Fuck you.
I can't even listen to that.
Fuck you. Don't drop that fucking name.
Yeah.
Don't even pretend like you give a shit about Hank. Alright? Anyway.
If you do, it's only because you think it's cool.
It's gonna get you some pussy.
Just because you drive an old square body Chevy and say you listen to Hank does not make me think that you are country.
Right.
All that makes me think is that you've got money.
Yeah.
Because I can't even afford a square body unless I sell off. Like,
Especially when
I
it
feel like-
runs.
I found a couple decent Fords on there, and I was like, I want to send these to John, but I was like, if he buys this, he's gonna like want to do work to it to make it look nice, and I don't want to send this guy a money pit. And
Nah, I probably wouldn't even care. An old dirty truck is just fine.
man, I found a nice 2-wheel drive. Like, do you remember Cowboy Way with
Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland?
and
Right.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Love
The
that movie.
The bottle.
Yeah.
Ah. I still do that trick at fucking bars.
Yeah.
I just as, and everybody acts like they've never seen it, and I'm like, am I the only motherfucker that watched the 1994 whatever?
I fucking love that movie.
So they're going across, and he's making him ride in the back. He's
Yeah.
driving, and he's reaching down, and he turns the heat on and
Yeah.
stuff. And he's like, you think he's gonna pull over and let him in, and he just turns the heat on and keeps driving. And he's like, fucker.
Back up.
Yeah. He turned
Goes
Nope. I've seen a truck like
and
that.
then like hundreds of miles later, he's silent treatment, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, fine, Pepper, finish your story.
He
right in where it left off.
gets right as excited, just as excited as when he quit. Oh god, that was a good movie.
God, I love it. And they get out. Lock the doors? Yep, and they just reach in and the little things, man. It's like, oh, I didn't see that the first time. Oh.
That reminds me of Maryville 1986. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Back when what was that? Oh shit! There's a greasy spoon. Terry's House of Heartburn. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Out on 3rd Street,
Yeah, yeah.
where the typewriter place is now, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
Greasy spoon,
Yeah.
and that was the shady lady. It wasn't Bernie's. It was
Right.
the shady lady.
Yeah.
Man. But I found a Chevy truck like that, and they wanted $5,000. And like the beauty rim and the center cap was missing, but the body was good. The interior was decent. It obviously, I would say somebody's done some body work on it, and once you got that clean paint off, you might find 40 pounds of Hondo. But I don't know. You know, it was obviously by the wheels and the tires and shit. Somebody slapped a couple $100s worth of paint on it, and once you got there, you'd probably be able to see a lot of imperfections. But they were still asking like $5,000 or $5,500, and I was just like, it's just a 2-wheel drive, 305. It was like an 85, I think, Chevy C10, long bed. Like I said, it had the squat
Wasn't
to it,
even
you
four-wheel
know.
drive.
No, just and I don't even care. I just want an old C10 2-wheel drive, just plain Jane. I'm gonna hop in it. And I don't need it to be a 350. I don't need loud pipes. I just want
Just want to get in and drive.
just putt around town like I'm a fucking
I wanna
retarded
be that
old
old
man.
guy. Yeah.
Right? I just don't care.
Like in Gran Torino, when he's driving that light Ford around. That's me. Like, I want to be that guy.
Don't even care, man. Yeah. And I get to
I'm gonna
drink
take
it and
that
I'm
Four
by
Roses,
myself. I just drink, like, unless I'm just in a fruity mood. Generally speaking, I do want to try that infinity bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, get rid of that, finish that off.
That's where I was going to bring my empty.
and start our
So
collection.
we started. Yeah.
Put a few ounces out of every bottle we
'Cause
drink in there.
I got a little bit of that Crown bourbon mash.
Mm-hmm.
Got a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit of that. That was good. And
Man, can you imagine putting that and the black and the Four Loses and some Jack and and just till we get about this much in there and then start.
we get fucked up, man.
We have to do it on a Saturday night or
Yeah.
some shit or a night.
Because you don't know how it's gonna hit you.
No, Like one time I had
It's gonna
edibles,
hit you.
it didn't.
later.
Yeah, and it didn't affect me at all. The other
Oh,
time I
really?
had them, I never know how edibles are going to hit me. But the last time we had edibles, we were actually out at the farm, and so they were getting ready to go to bed, and I went to take a leak, and I realized like it was hitting me. Like I could fucking hear everything.
Yeah.
Like, and that
It really opens up.
right, and I've never had that. I've never had the hearing sensation before, like
Yeah.
where I could see and feel like fucking everything.
Yeah.
It's just me getting goofy and kind of tired, and I'm golden. No, I could hear fucking. I crawled into the camper, and she rolled over, and I don't know if she scratched herself or what. I was like, "Is your pussy wet?" She goes, "What?" And I was like, "Is your pussy wet?" She goes, "I don't know." And I reached over there and I felt it, and I was like, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I was just sitting there like rubbing her fucking pussy, and I'm like,
This is fun.
"Oh my god!" I was fucking her so hard, and we were trying to be quiet because my mom and Mike were in their camper, like a camper's length
Oh,
away
shit.
from my camper, and the bed was on that side. In those campers, you can hear everything and it
Yeah.
rock and everything. And so I'm out up to fuck her, and I'm just like, my eyes are wide open, but I can't see shit. Like it's like when you got bright lighted
Yeah.
and you just see spots. It's all. I was just like, and she's
Yeah.
like, not so deep, and I'm like, I know, it just feels so good. No?
I'm just going in as far as I can go.
And I never did come. I fucked her
Really?
for like 45 minutes, rigid, solid. My dick has never felt bigger in my entire life, pills included.
Wow.
And I was just like, and finally she's like, and she rolled
Just
over.
tapping out.
Yeah, she rolled over into a ball with her back towards me, and they're like in a fetal position. She's like, it hurts, and I was like,
You're like, now I'm gonna stick it in your butt.
yeah. I passed out. I woke up in the morning just as hard, and I was just
shit.
like, holy fuck. But it was
Yeah.
amazing. I could have been fucking a water bottle, and I would have just been like, this is so scary. Oh my god.
The only time I've ever been like really fucked up, but like still
Functioning.
coherent, like
Right.
yeah, was with me and TJ used to drink Black Velvet and Cherry Coke,
Uh-huh.
and then one night he's like, you never done weed, have you? And I was like, nah, it's not really my thing. And he's like,
Let
Come
me
on.
show you.
he's like, I got some good shit. I want to share it with you. And I was like, man, if you want to share it,
I mean, I'll try.
I'm open to anything. You know? And, because I'm that guy that's like, everybody would think I was straight laced, but like, you like present a scenario where we're going to go like kill a hooker or something. I'm like,
Well, I've never
and then
done
what?
that. Yeah, I've never really done that before. I'm
Right.
game.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just see where this goes. You know?
YOLO?
Because, yeah. Well, I'm always in search of that like story for a
Right.
song or something.
Oh, I
you
get
know?
it,
And it's
man.
like you gotta live it to really get it, and it may not always be true, and it may not all be there, but but he was like, I got some good shit. I want to share it. You know, so I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I got out the ball and was going at it. I'm like. So we were already drunk, right? And
I ain't no holy
It's
roller,
like-
so I just use them
yeah,
all.
right? And we're sitting there, and I'm like, man, I'm not even feeling anything. He's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling anything. And then, like, that night, like, I had a recorder going, because he was recording some shit, and I forgot to turn it off. And God, I wish I could find that, because we ended up both playing a bunch of songs together, songs I don't even know. We were playing them, right? I'm like, how do you do this? And but man, like we come up with like all kind of, like we were talking about this like record and like how you could have like multiple songs on this record and it would have like different grooves going different ways. Like, if you put it in a different spot, it would play a different song.
Like it was like triple grooves or
Yeah,
something.
and so if you had a hole over here and play this song and this version, you know, and like, you know, we were going through it, and he's like, "You're fucked up." No, man, this all makes sense. And then I drove home, right? And I'm like, I don't know how I got home.
You ever look back and just wonder how you...
Oh God,
Like-
I should be dead.
Right. Like some of this shit, I'm just like...
Because that's from Skidmore to Maryville, right?
Right.
Not the best road to
No.
drive when you're drunk. Or
The fact you were in Skidmore is enough.
That's enough, yeah. I was like, well, I ain't sleeping here overnight.
Niggas get shot and the baby's taken out over
I'd
here.
be dead.
My ass is driving back.
If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be out there.
They might feed me to the hogs, but by God, I ain't gonna be in city limit.
Oh wait, some of this might make it into the episode. I don't know.
I don't get it.
I'll leave out some parts, obviously for self-protection.
Yeah,
But
the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Protect the innocent or the guilty. I'm definitely gonna use some of that. But I had this idea because listening back to these, it's like the first 5-10 minutes are sometimes kind of boring, right?
Right.
Once we get and so I can look at the audio when I import it, you know, and I can see at the beginning it's real quiet, and you know, and then toward the end it's gross and gross, and by the end we're just like, it was like, fuck, man.
It's like the election results.
Right. Exactly.
We found our 138,000 votes, and it just went.
Speaking of, Jesus Christ, we're never gonna get a fucking president.
Talent. You know, back in the old days, that was like that. Nobody had the election results for a week.
No. But it feels like 2000 over again, doesn't it?
Here's my like we were talking about earlier. My big thing on it is just the consistency. I don't even care who you voted for. I'm just saying there's too much room for interpretation, and we're spending too much time.
It needs to all be the same.
Right, uniformity.
Just yeah.
And there's no question for errors. There's just
Right.
And the other thing is there's so many people that are like, what was there? I've seen videos where they're supposedly stuffing boxes. I've seen videos where they're not allowed to watch who's counting. I've seen videos where people counting the ballots had pins and they're going in and making corrections.
Right.
Like a ballot, well, the bubble wasn't filled in enough or something, or you know, who knows? But it's enough room for interpretation.
Right. The interpretation of it
It's 90% of
is
it.
bad.
Right. It's like text messages. People are going to use whatever connotation they want
Right.
to read.
Yeah. There's no tone in there.
No.
So yeah. So
And I don't care whose side. I mean, they could be doing it for either side.
right.
There could be collusion or whatever and everything, but it's just like,
And I think
holy fuck.
I think the reason it seems like such a big deal now
Right.
is because it's so fucking close.
Oh yeah.
It's the weirdest like
I
This
never
is
would have
like
thought it would have been this close.
So, no. This is
Not
so half and half.
Oh yeah.
Like it's almost 50-50. And I'm like,
I also believe
Wow.
this whole electoral college thing,
it's gotta go.
it's got to go. It's led for 20 years. It's led to too much confusion.
Yeah.
And like Adams and Monroe wrote letters back and forth. It's documented. You know, Adams and what is it? And Jefferson, same thing. But Adams and Monroe, and Adams was quoted as saying that the laws of the Constitution that we breathe life into basically belong to the living. After we pass, after we're dead, we retain no rights to the laws we wrote. It's basically meaning we
Right.
write this Constitution, but knowing it will be adapted and
As is.
changed. Yeah.
Right. It's,
These laws that we write now will come to a point to a day where they are no longer valid,
they do
and they
times
need to be
change.
changed.
Yeah.
And we need to go back and revisit these and write new laws, and that's going to be the living. And it might be 400 pages long at some point, but we as Americans are so sentimental about our Constitution.
Right.
I mean, look
That's
at
why we've
you don't
amended it 17 times.
you don't see the Magna Carta. I mean, they appreciate it for what it is, but they're not over there living by the rules of it still.
Right.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? England's changed, Europe's changed, America is so young, and the thing is there's been less time since its creation to the Civil War than there has been from the Civil War to now. We are due for some revolution, and whether you want to take that as in the trees with the red coats, or whether you want to take it as revolution as in we need to turn this thing around.
I think everybody needs to calm down. I don't think this country can handle another civil war.
I don't think the generation, if there was a civil war, it would be our generation. It would be vets from Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah.
And the old fuckers that are just tired and grumpy and don't have anything to live for other than nap times and good food because their dicks don't work anymore. This new generation,
I need my Wheel of Fortune.
yeah, this 16 to 24-year-old range, they're gonna pick Chick-fil-A and cell phone service over freedom every fucking time.
Yeah.
Because they don't know any difference.
Toy,
Yeah, and that's what the government does, though. They're like, we're going to give you just enough you want, so you won't pay attention to what we're really doing.
Well,
and I don't care whether you're blue or red.
Right.
That is what it is.
It is what it is.
People
Just
with
like
power want to retain power.
Yeah, and just like this illusion of choice,
Right.
and then the electoral college changes everything.
Right.
Jesus.
Look at the popular vote, and then look at the electoral. And it's like,
Right.
I get the purpose of the electoral college, but it's outdated.
Yeah.
Our populace has expanded the need
So much that
for an electoral college.
Yeah.
And nobody I know will say, and everybody's on the same page.
Everybody.
Term limits.
That and term limits.
Yeah, everybody's on the same page. So why are we bickering over red or blue?
Right.
Let's just get down to the fact. Let's change this for what it is. Let's do some good. And then watch what really happens when you got people that are like, okay, I've only got 4 or 8 years to really make a difference.
Right.
And I'm going to get nothing in those 8 years out of what I did. Afterward, I can write a book deal. Afterward, I can get hired onto a big company. Whatever. But during those 4 to 8 years, this is your. You got people out there spending millions of dollars on a campaign for jobs that literally pay out $40,000 a year.
Right. Something's wrong.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to go out and pay a $2,000 an hour hooker so you can talk about your day.
Right. What race was it? It was it South Carolina or North Carolina? Somewhere. The amount of money spent between these two senators was more than the presidential.
Right, and it wasn't.
And it was like.
And it was none of their money.
Right, it was all campaign.
And the same people that are donating to these people are the ones bitching about the national debt. I'm like,
let's take care of this.
Yeah, let's wipe it out.
Let's do this.
If you really want to make a difference, I'll tell you what. You can have a whole county to yourself if you pay off 20% of the national debt.
If you move to South Dakota.
Yeah. Montana. Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you can sit by the geyser from 1 to 2 every day and tell them that it's your water. I don't give a shit.
Right. Anyway, welcome to episode 26.
25 and a half. I'm still set on 25 and a half.
All right, let's do that. Oh, this is going to be good. All right. Oh,